I am Anthony Giarrusso, and this is part 4, A Blue-Feathered World. We're talking about these raw blue avians. I asked, "How often do you eat?" They replied, "We eat every other day." I asked them, "Was there any large carnivore in the past on your planet?" The blue avians replied to me, "Yes, but it died out before Ra existed on our planet." And as you know, Ra is their species. As you may already know, they literally look just like normal humans that just happen to have blue feathers instead of hair. And we don't have much hair, but they are covered in these blue feathers, allegedly. And I do believe them. I asked, how big was that ancient carnivore that used to live here? They replied, about the size of an earth lion from your density. And that's pretty interesting because they have paleontology on their 4th density planet. So that's really interesting. I asked, do you have temples on your planet? They replied, sorry, we don't have any temples. I asked, do paleontologists find fossils on your planet? They said, no fossils. We dig up the bones. I asked, do you have bones in your body? They said, yes, we have bones in our bodies. Well, I was pretty sure they probably did have bones in their bodies. I just wanted to check. Just in case. You never know if it's cartilage, like a shark or something. So that's interesting. So they don't have like what Earth has with their fossils and their fossilized remains, but they do have bones that can be found on their planet. So that's interesting. But the blue avians did tell me that there are these entities called Cargills. And if you've seen my AG Cargill remix, they kind of look like that image. Pretty much what I was told is that they are an entity that looks like a forest that is all white. So the ground is white, the things that look like trees are white, and everything, all the leaves look like they're white, and it's one solid organism. The whole forest is called a Cargill. They are extremely intelligent, allegedly. They have technology beyond what allegedly humans are even capable of. They have these portals that are just communication portals, kind of like how humans do video voice chat calls with each other here on Earth. But the Cargills are on a planet like in a totally different solar system, but in the same galaxy. And they communicate with some of the blue avians. They're very technologically advanced, but they don't look humanoid. They're literally like a giant white forest type entity with very advanced technology. So the Cargills are actually an extraterrestrial intelligence, not just to humans, but also to the blue avians. So that's kind of interesting to know. And I'll just read exactly what they said. They look like separate forests, all in milk white, with technology possibly outside and inside them. They are each a separate creature. They have high intelligence. They have and use natural-looking portals for communication with raw citizens. I asked if the Cargills are humanoid, and just like I told you before, they're not. They said, "No, Anthony. They're like a single organism in the shape of a forest." I asked, "Do you have fruit juice on your planet?" "You could get the juice and drink it instead of water." When I got that, when I asked that or said that, when I asked and said that, the Blue Avian said, "We've never tried that before. It's a good idea." I asked, "What was the name of the creature that blocks the streets you told me about the other day, that blocks the roads like earth roads, sheep or cattle?" They replied, "A Corsifor." And here is a beautiful picture of the Corsifor they drew for me using my own hand. When you look at it, it's got like, the eyes are actually up the top, right where that almost insectoid thing looks like up the top. This is just an open area. I think like some beetles look like that. And it's got big, floppy arms, I guess. And the mouth is this thing at the top. See how, like, you see that extra thick, dark line near the top? In between, like, those two little horn things? That's the mouth. And they're plant eaters. And I guess they sometimes eat things that are not of our density, that are similar to plants. They eat those too. And they block the way of blue avians on the road, just like when cows or sheep block the road. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. At least it's annoying for the blue avians on their planet. I asked, "Do Cargills live on your same planet?" The blue avian said, "No, they don't. They are in a solar system about 2 solar systems away." I asked, "Do you live in the same galaxy as me?" They said, "Yes, we live in the same galaxy as you, but in a different density." I asked, "How did you discover the Cargills?" The Blue Avians replied, "They discovered us using a density portal that was used to observe and communicate through. It's similar to how humans use a video chat where we can see them and communicate, and they can see us and communicate. It is not technology to our understanding. It is more like a natural portal." I asked, "Is God or a godlike being in your density?" The Blue Avian said, "No, the only God we are aware of is in the 3rd density. And for us to communicate with God, we must use humans or angels to communicate indirectly. 3rd density humans can communicate with God. Cargills can communicate indirectly with God through 3rd density humans and angels. 5th and 6th density beings use this method too." Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it? The Blue Avians continued saying, we do not know if first density beings, second density beings, seventh density beings, eighth density beings, and ninth density beings do this or not. I asked the Blue Avians, are there more than 9 densities with beings in them? The Blue Avian said, we do not know. And now here's something as an interjection when I talk to God. God told me to tell you, and it's not just the humans, everyone who can understand this recording. God told me that there are over 7,000 densities. Alright, God, continue creating. Alright, moving on. Back to the Blue Avians. I asked, how do you know of 9 densities and of their beings? We learned from other Blue Avians in our past that have discovered that they are real, but we don't remember or understand the methods they used. If you visited our expert historians, if you came here, they might be better suited in explaining an answer to you. So if you visit, we should all visit them together and find out more information. I asked, do all Blue Avians have red eyes? The Blue Avians told me no. Some of us have clear eyes, some of us have white eyes, some of us have gray eyes, some of us have brown eyes, some of us have yellow eyes, some of us have orange eyes, and some of us have red eyes. Alright? Think about what clear eyes might look like. That's interesting, huh? Do Blue Avians have teeth? They said no. We have bone structure in our beaks. How are Blue Avians created? We hop, jump, or walk out of a portal. Every Blue Avian looks like a physically mature adult. Some are males, and some are females. You can tell by their body shape. I asked, what happens when you die? They replied, we just disappear and either stop existing for good or possibly exist in the next life. But we can't verify what happens because they just disappear. And there is nothing we can do about it. So, as an interjection, what's so fascinating is that on the 4th density with these Blue Avians, so they literally just walk out of a portal alive. They have no recollection of where they came from. And then, right as soon as they, quote, die, they literally just disappear like they blip out of existence. Okay? They don't die like with humans where we like bury our dead and all that stuff. That's not how it works on their planet and their density. And I asked the Blue Avians, does this make your race, called Ra, nervous about death? Some are worried and some don't mind. I asked, so nobody knows what happens when they vanish. They said, nobody at this time can verify what actually happens to them when they vanish. Are there any other 4th density intelligences? They said there are 2 types. Us, the Ra, you can call the Blue Avians, and the Cargills, which are white in color like milk on earth. They have few other colors on them, but you will see mostly white all over. Cargills are also herbivores like us, the blue avians. I asked, "Do you have buildings?" They replied, "Yes, we have buildings." I asked, "Do you have roads?" They said, "Yes, but we don't have paved roads like on your world. We have rocky roads in the cities and dirt and sand roads similar to Earth's dirt and sand roads outside of the cities. Got rocky roads in the city, sand and dirt outside." Alright, so that's pretty interesting information right there. They're almost like humans. Like, that's what's so cool about these blue avians. Do you use names for your race? Okay, I asked about names. "Hi, I'm Anthony. That's my name." The blue avian said, "Our people use names. I am Boyfree, and he is Corfu, and she is Vili Eilis." I asked, "Are your feathers soft?" They said, "Yes, we have soft feathers." I asked, "Do you wear clothes?" They said, "No, Anthony. You would laugh because we're all naked." I asked, "What do females look like in your race?" The blue avians responded, "They look human in body shape, but they have no mammary glands or genitals, and they're covered in blue feathers that are very soft." This is the last page that I have of this. I don't know where my other pages went. I thought I had more pages than this. Yeah, I did have more pages than this. I don't know where they went. And I apologize if I was doing things out of order or whatever, or me being a little disorganized. Okay, I need to clean my bedroom. I got a messy bedroom. Okay, that's a personal issue with me and cleaning. But, anyway, this is the largest sized herbivore on the blue avian planet. It is pronounced Porphyry curassour. A Porphyry curassour. Almost looks like a giant bowling pin. Apparently, they're about, in terms of human length, about 8.5 feet. And the blue avians are typically about 8 feet tall. The Porphyry curassour has a mouth. It's this long line right here. It has these weird little, I think those are eyes up there with the upside down eyebrows or whatever. It's really weird. Then there's this big thing on like where its neck area would probably be. And they have like these weird shapes all around this creature. But that's just how the creature looks. And it's like natural shaped. And then these things almost look like gills in the middle, right next to like this big feather-like thing, but it's actually just the shape of this creature. And they kind of almost all look like that. Okay, they eat plants. So if you ever saw one, you wouldn't need to worry too much. I'm Anthony Giarrusso. I sure hope this helped you understand other beings in the world, in the universe. You know, I'd love to try to get in contact with these Cargills sometime, but we'll just have to wait and see. Good night.